Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today we are reacting to Meet Kevin's living on $6 million a year in Ventura, California. Wait for it. I've always wanted to say that. Millennial money. And before we get into the actual video, I do want to once again congratulate our $1,000 winner, Mr. Daniel San, Vlog TV, and his wonderful comment, which was very nice. And then also, he sent me this really cool photo when he got his prize today. So I'm going to put that right here on the screen as well. It was awesome. I very much enjoyed it, and it makes me want to do these more often. Also, don't forget that we have not only money that we've given away on the channel, but we're also giving away signed art, signed Team Rocket art by Graham, a signed Charmander card, and all of the cards, which I'll show you right here, all of the cards from me and Graham's box break. And there's another stack right here. So please tune in Monday, or we're going to announce the winner there. And also we have our Mr. Beast merch. So all that being said, let's get into the video and see some serious income. Now, actually, before we get into the video, let's please power up that like button for the almighty YouTube algorithm. So I've been a fan of Meet Kevin for a while, so I'm very interested in watching this interview. And I also really like, CNBC Make It. So let's get into it.
It was absolutely surreal. I remember that night after the kids going down, you asked me how much that I thought you made everything related to YouTube.
In just May.
Just 1 month. And for him to say that it was crossing 7 figures was just mind-blowing.
Did they just say 7 figures? And also, I have never seen the full setup with Meet Kevin. I mean, I know he's got the lights. I know he's got the Thor hand. I still believe, Kevin, now that I'm gaining some subscribers, I think you stole that idea from me, because Thor's always been in the background. Yes. And you didn't start doing it until after. But that's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's no big deal. Yeah. I'm a little hurt.
All right, ready to rock. Here we go. Recording, and let's get the mic. Test, 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 test. We'll change it to like 0.5 speed on YouTube.
Yeah.
My name is Kevin. I'm 28, and I make just over $5.75 million per year.
My name is Lauren. I am 30 years old, and I make $250,000 per year.
Together, we make over $6 million per year.
And we live in Ventura, California.
Welcome to.
So that's definitely one of my biggest goals, is to get Kayla above $200,000 a year. Currently, our goal is to get her consistently over 100. And with all the things we're doing, she's well on her way, especially since she's just listed my subdivision that we're building. That's not a spoiler. You've already seen it, but yeah, I don't want to say any more because I'm filming all of it. So that way you can see how to do build and sell, build and keep. I'm telling you, 2021, you're going to enjoy it.
Millennial money. I'm a real estate broker and real estate investor, and lately I've started making YouTube videos to teach what I know about investing in real estate and stocks online.
I am a full-time mother and also full-time property manager, managing our own properties.
It's really cool because their dynamic is also me and Kayla's. I'll tell you, since I had the illness, and many of you haven't been here since when I did my video, and you might not have seen it, but the illness put me, you probably remember me talking, it was terrible. I talked like this. I thought I was all good. And then they gave me also a Z-Pack and a long course steroid. Really, I was defeated. I wasn't defeated. My body was defeated, not my mind. But what ended up happening is, since I've had the illness, I still can't breathe as well as I could. If I go and jog, which I've been doing more and more of, it's harder. And then recently I've been having pretty bad heart palpitations. So I actually had a cardiologist go to them, and they checked me out. I've got like 5 more tests to do. They think I'm fine. It's probably the altitude from flying, from going to see Graham, because you just can't breathe. So your heart, they're thinking that my heart is overcompensating for my lungs. But anyway, back to this. I guess the reason I told you that was because I try to just not make her have to do it. Like, it's so funny. I've got employees, and even when it's a small task, I'm just like, well, let me do that. And so it's tough. It's tough to relinquish. And I don't want to be not controlling or anything, but I just don't want to push off all of my duties. So anyway, but yeah, Kayla runs a ton of the property management. She started to try to take over where they'll text her, and if they need a problem, she gets it handled with all of our plumbers, our handymen. She's absolutely amazing, and she's going to help this company that we're building grow tremendously fast.
After that, by about 2 p.m., I like to go on a run with Lauren, so I get a little bit of fresh air outside since I'm mostly stuck in the office from 5 to 2, answering text messages or calls or filming videos. After the run, I'll catch up on emails a bit again. I'll look at properties and projects that are going on, existing renovations. And the goal is to have this drop-dead deadline by 5 p.m. of just hanging out with the kids.
Wow, so he's done with all the things he does by 5 p.m. every day to make sure, that's great. One of the reasons why we're bringing on some help onto my channel is because I was spending a lot of the time editing, because it takes 5-6 hours to edit a pretty lengthy video. And so I want to spend more time with Kayla. So that's the reason that we've brought on Dylan. You've seen him on the channel a bunch of times. Super successful YouTube channel, and he really helps out a tremendous amount, and we've been working together for a while now, so very, very helpful, and he's going to help the channel go to the next level.
A typical day for me would be setting my alarm for 8 a.m., but knowing that my children will be waking me up at 6 a.m., so I get up around 6:30 every day, and then I kind of just hang out with my kids, kind of ease into the day, look at all the assignments and virtual videos that are given to me from my son's teacher at a school. So in addition to that, I also have to attend to my younger son who is not in school and just handle his needs. I also have a lot of property management stuff that I continually have to deal with, emails, texts, or renovations, so I have to do that as well.
How about when I text you and I'm like, Lauren, I need an answer right now, and then right now.
And then I'm in a distance learning meeting with the teacher. Shut up.
Yeah, I get in trouble for that too. Kayla will be like, I'm busy. I'm like, excuse me, because Kayla also works for me. So we have some jokes. So if I text her after 5, she tells me she's off at 5. She thinks it's funny, but we got stuff to do, but she helps me out tremendously. So she can pick on me, even though it stresses me out sometimes.
So when I was 18 months old, I moved from Germany with my family to Florida. And in Florida, my parents knew nothing about American culture, society, how to get ahead. They barely knew how to speak English. And what's crazy about that is I came from this household that ended up divorcing when I was 6 years old, constantly having no money. There was a point when I was 7 years old where I went through the Washington Mutual Bank drive-thru, and my father withdraws with his debit card $20 from the ATM. And I'm, classic 7-year-old, like, oh, Dad, can I have that? And he's like, Kevin, I only have 11 of these left. This is at the same time as we're losing our house after the divorce, and things are just a mess. And coming from that to meeting you and both of us basically being at zero, having around $6,000, $8,000 each, somewhere around there.
That's also something else that I really enjoy about Kevin and Lauren. The one thing that I enjoy about Kevin is that, he's the epitome of, being successful in America, or the American dream. He came to this country and he's just worked really hard. I understand he's been here for his entire life, but the point is, we take a lot of that for granted and I believe this, we 100% can get anything that we want. We just have to work for it. I'm not telling you that you're going to invent something and become a billionaire, but if you want to have a couple houses in real estate, make some good money, you can do it.
The way I got started in real estate was actually back when I was a law enforcement explorer and spent 3,000 hours on the road with law enforcement. I heard that an officer was dealing with, law enforcement during the day, but then on the weekends was helping people move into their first homes. This got me really, really excited about, wow, okay, there are tons of career paths.
Some of my earliest memories were going on appointments with my mother, who was a very, very highly successful property manager. And fast forward until I was 18 when I was studying and getting my real estate license. I then chose to follow the career path of my mother and work alongside with her and do professional property management.
We ended up finding a trashed fixer-upper. And this place was a foreclosure. We had, barely, $8,000 each to our name to fix this place up somehow. And there was no kitchen. The bathrooms were gone. The toilets were gone. It was a disaster.
It wasn't just an educational process for these people touring our home. It was an educational process for us in knowing how to work with design and work with staging and just everything related to the process of buying and renovating a home. So we got kind of addicted to the idea of owning homes and renovating them.
And especially in a cost-effective way. We're about to close on our 20th property in Southern California, which will be a three-unit apartment building that we're turning into a 6-unit apartment building, which Lauren is really excited about managing.
I really hope they video that. My jam, right? Show them my age here. I'm 31, calm down. But my jam is watching a cool, simple, how-to video on to remodel, do some real estate, like the Property Brothers. I enjoy watching that show just because it's fun to watch and it's also real estate based. So hopefully they'll do some things on that. And we have a ton of that coming here on the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell because we have a ton of stuff coming for you. A ton. Why not? And a ton.
Regarding our finances, I deal with most of the bills. We do keep a spend tracker between us, so anytime one of us goes to a store and spends money on something, we just use like an Apple numbers spreadsheet that links between us.
We established something years ago. Mutually thought, okay, what would be a realistic budget for our own personal needs, whether that be clothes or shoes that isn't business related. If I wanted to buy a necklace or a handbag, that would fall into that personal budget. So back then, we said $200 per month that we would have that. I think we've upped it $50.
I do enjoy that. Kayla has invested heavily, and I can't wait to show you her progress on her stock portfolio because it's hit new heights, and super proud of her. So instead of taking her money and going and buying something, taking her money and going and do something crazy, she also invests it, which is amazing. And it feels like investing is contagious if you teach people. And I hope that's what's happening here on our channel as well.
I think that's a really good strategy for couples though, because it doesn't cause any resentment.
Share all of the experiences I had and mostly all of the things I screwed up on to try to help people prevent making the same stupid mistakes that I had made.
Of Kevin going from full-time real estate to doing YouTube alongside real estate to then just transitioning to YouTube was actually a very tough time for me and the kids. I just had my second son right when he started making YouTube videos and just started getting monetized at that same time. It was definitely an adjustment that we all had to work as a family to try and figure out the balance because Kevin's nature is very much take on as much as you can possibly take on and work. And other things were suffering.
Yeah, you can't ever let your personal life suffer because of business life, and that's why, this is probably the first time or second time I've mentioned that we brought on some help because I won't let it affect me and Kayla. Kayla's my absolute best friend, the only person that I can see myself ever being with. If Kayla left me, nope. Only Kayla. That's the only person I can see myself with that I want, because she's also a nerd. She also enjoys watching anime versus The Notebook. Not that I'm not gonna not watch The Notebook. Hey, just saying, well-rounded. Yeah, not just because I'm chubby. Anyway, but yeah, you can never let it affect the relationship. It's got to stay strong. So I'm glad that they seem like they've worked this out. Let's hope this never, we need these childhood sweethearts to stay sweethearts, okay?
The most I've ever made in a single month in real estate, that would be real estate commissions and investing in real estate, would be around $150,000 in just 1 month, which is absolutely amazing. But the most I've ever made in a month from YouTube has been $1,070,000. I don't even...
$1,070,000 in 1 month. Yeah, and like I said, he works so incredibly hard. He's posting like 4 times a day now, to the point where I can't keep up with his channel. I don't think he means for everybody to keep up with his channel. Of course, he would love that, but let's just be honest. I've always been. I started watching Kevin because I started watching Graham, and I think he might have just popped up in my feed. But yeah, when he did the Grant Cardone videos, then when he started meeting on Graham's channel, it's just. It's really neat, and Kevin's a go-getter. He really is. $1 million a month. Congratulations.
Say that right. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think, seriously, this is what YouTube sent? It makes me feel like I'm playing with Monopoly money. Over the last...
What's the secret room in the house?
We are now where YouTube is paying somewhere around $200,000 a month. Affiliates and my courses and my educational programs, which people love, and then they'll go buy another one. All of those together can sometimes add up to another $300,000-$400,000 per month, which is absolutely mind-boggling because it doesn't feel like we're different people, but the number has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, there were 2 months this year during the pandemic where we crossed 7 figures in a month. That was my dream. My dream was that the construction business and the real estate sales business together would get me to $1 million a year. And that business failed and led to what we're doing now. So I could thank that failure for being where I am now to where we had 2 months this year crossing 7 figures in 1 month.
It's amazing.
I don't always follow all the rules that I'm supposed to, and sometimes that's not so good. There were a couple instances that came up, one particularly where there was a real estate syndicator named Grant Cardone who said, hey, screw buying single-family houses. Those are small deals. You'll never make money with those. Having a real estate background, I had my own opinions, which substantially differed, because here I was helping people and my own clients and watching them grow their wealth starting with nothing. And that's what we did. So it felt to me like a total slam against what I stood for. And so I decided to do what any normal person would do and just make YouTube videos making fun of the guy and delivering flowers to his office to make a point that what he was doing was not what I agreed with.
Yeah, maybe we don't go to that person's house. Making videos on YouTube is almost okay and okay. There's a gray area because anybody can sue anybody for anything, but don't go to their place. And I 100% also, I enjoy Grant Cardone. I like what he says. So does Kevin. Don't let him lie to you. He does enjoy Grant Cardone. Graham, he enjoys Grant Cardone, but we don't always enjoy his teachings and his ways. Main reason, he doesn't want you to buy single family housing. He wants you to buy 16 or more. How many people out there are just gonna be like, oh, 16 or more, duh. No, you have to start off with 1, and then it goes on to 2, and then it goes on to 3, and then real estate is a building effect. And the hard thing is there's a lot of stuff between step 0 and step 1 that you have to do. That's what I'm here for in this channel. That's what Kevin's here for on his, and so many other creators that are putting a lot of effort into these. So kudos to them. And let's go ahead and get back in this video. Cost him money. Yeah. So that was absolutely awesome. Don't forget that we have the card giveaways. Don't forget that we just gave away $1,000 on this channel. And if we hit 100,000 subscribers by May 1st, we will give away another 5,000. I say we, me. We, as in you guys and me. And then also we have the signed pack art with all of the cards from a $10,000 box with still several rares that we are giving away on Monday's video. So tune into that. That's it for the video, guys. If you enjoy videos like this, please power up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, please comment anything you liked out of this video, anything you'd like to see in future videos. And remember, I 100% believe in you. I know you can do anything that you set your mind to, and never let anyone tell you any differently. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you on the next one.